will jump inside where it's a little bit quieter. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the flight deck. It is a beautiful, hot, sunny day down here in Boston, Massachusetts. And we are heading here on our world tour, heading off to Canada. We're flying all the way up along the east coast of North America to St. John's, Newfoundland, and Labrador. Newfoundland being the island, Labrador being the part of the mainland that forms the province. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the... Forgot I had that running. So we are at Boston. We are on VATSim. There's currently 8 departures, 9 arrivals. It's a little bit busy out there with aircraft moving around, as you could hear. And we are here at the wonderful Fly Tampa Boston. As you can see into the terminal there, all the passengers waiting to get on the airplane here. So let's get her set up and ready to go. So first thing we're going to do is start the flight tracker. Cockpit preparations are done. Come down here, we can confirm our parking brake is on. Ground power is available. External power is now connected and the batteries are on. There's all the air coming on board the aircraft as well. So before we get the passengers coming on, let's pop down here and get our flight plan loaded up into the EFB. Flight time is approximately an hour and, what did it say it was, 58 minutes. And it looks like SimBrief is down for maintenance, so we'll see what happens when I do my import here. Okay, looks like it took it. We'll see if that causes any grief in a minute. 43 minutes till we leave, and we have a scheduled departure of 2015 Zulu, which is 43 minutes from now. Alright, is everything's coming alive? Thank you. Clear all those messages. And we can start our boarding process.
Boarding requested.
Alright, up we go. We're going to turn on the ADIRS. EVAC sign is Captain Purser. We'll get the signs in the back on. They are on. We'll get our lights on. Nav lights on, indicating we are powered up. We'll get our panel lights nice and bright so we can see them. There we go. Crew oxygen is on. Generators 1 and 2 are on and fault. We'll get the heat down 2 notches, make it nice in the back for everybody. Packs are on and in fault. Do our tests.
Do you want to board crew?
There's fire test.
Passengers boarding starting.
Engine 1 test. Engine 2 test is done. Emergency exit lights are now armed. Icing indicator standby compass is on, and cargo heat is set to cold. So let's pop down. We can do a couple things here. First of all, we're going to go over to Roger's side, get him into the message menu. We're going to need that, and we can come over here and start programming the FMC. So database is good to 12 July. Clear those messages, and we can load it in our flight plan. Looks like Kevin is flying with us today. I think he's up the other end of the airfield. So here is our flight plan. We're flying from Boston to St. John, and our alternate is, I think that's Moncton, is in. We are UKV 5556, Skyway's call sign. As per normal on the tours, there's our cost index. We're going up to flight level 370 today. We'll come and grab our winds. Winds are done. There is our climb and descent winds. They're all looking good and programmed in. We'll go over to our init B page. Block fuel for today's flight. Pull up our plan. Block fuel, we are looking at a total of 8,000 kilograms today. Hello, Lemon Wolf. How are you? Hope you enjoyed your flight yesterday. Good seeing you up. We get our zero fuel weight and our zero fuel weight center of gravity as well. We're going to come over to the EFB, indoor mass and balance. We're going to force the load. There we go. Come to ground services, tell it to put the jetway back. And we'll come back in here and send the load sheet. So over to Roger, we'll grab our final load sheet. There we go. Zero fuel weight of 58.0. And our zero fuel weight center of gravity for today is 29.8. There we go. So that is all entered in now. We can clear that. Yeah, try to do it as a balance between the guys in Europe and the guys in North America for the time. It doesn't bother me what time it is, but you know, try to make it equal there. But hopefully we'll get you on another Saturday flight or weekend flight. So fuel is in, everything is good there. We can come over to our route. So current winds here in Boston are... Grab it here. Just going to read the remarks. Nothing major. So the winds are variable at 3 knots, 10 miles of visibility, few clouds at 1100, broken at 2100, 24 degrees, and 2985. It's been a while since I've flown the A310. There is not a trick to it, but you have to be a little bit careful with it on final, yeah. 2985, we'll dial that in. And down here on the standby as well. 2985 is set. So for runway, we are going to be departing off of runway... I've got planned for runway 3 left. Alright. Because winds were favoring out of the west a little bit earlier. Let's check prior forecast. Yeah, winds were all out of the west. A little bit stronger. So we'll go 3 left. There we go. And we are going off on the Celtic 6 departure. We will insert that. For our arrival, winds out in St. John are currently 260, 13, gusting 18. So we have planned for runway 29er, the ILS, on the Burin 4 arrival. So it's going to be the ILS for 29, Burin 4 arrival, and we will insert that. So we're pretty good as we go out on a continual departure all the way up along the east coast, coming in on the arrival. And let me just look at our ONDAP, DOPAP, and then T-SOX. Want to show me the charts? Yeah, it's got a kind of a vector around, but T-SOX is the entry point, and that should be at 3,000 feet. So we're going to hard code that for 3,000, and that is good. Everything else is looking fine. So over to our performance page now. We can do that while we're waiting on everything. Let me check. I got winds just variable at 3 knots. They were out of 3-1, 3-2 for most of the afternoon so far. They've just kind of died off, but kind of been out of the west all day long. Let me just check the forecast. 3, 4. Oh, yeah, I guess they are swinging a bit eastwards. All right, 4 right it is. I guess they've died off and they're going to come around. 4 right. And same departure. All right, let's pop down. We'll make that quick change and then do our performance. So 0-4 right.
I'm doing good.
Off the Celtic 6. And we'll insert that. It's all in. Over to our performance now. And we can bring up our performance page. So KBOS off of 4 right, which is the longer of the 2 runways here at Boston.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you? I'm doing good.
Yeah, so it's the longer of the 2 0-4 runways. Surface is dry. We'll bring in our final sheet. Our takeoff weight will be 65.8 with a loaded center of gravity of 27.7. We'll bring in the winds variable at 3, and pressure is fine. And we will calculate our departure speeds. So we're looking a little bit fast today. I guess we're going to have a heavy aircraft. 146, 146, 148. Oop. Let's get the right buttons. There we go. 146 V1, 146 VR, 148 V2. And then once flaps 1 with an up 0.2 and a 65-degree flex. So up 0.2 and a 65-degree flex. All right, so that is in. We can come over to Roger's side, see if any more messages pop up. So the FMC is set. The MCDU is all programmed in. We're going to put right up to 370. It is set. No ATC online at Boston at this current point in time. We'll see if anyone comes up. But we will now tune in the radio, 122.8, and start listening to Unicom. So altimeter is set, transponder is set to 2000. PWS and GCS are now up. Cargo doors are closed. Fuel is on board. Looks like we're just waiting on the final passengers. So we're going to pop back in here over to our ground services. Make sure that door is open. Take a look around the airport. There are, as I said, 10 departures, 8 arrivals on the board. Get a little bit of a closer view into Boston. There's a couple of aircraft inbound. Oh, sounds like boarding is done. 04 right is down over there by the water. That's where we're going to be headed.
Just trying to take heavy is pushing and starting stand Echo 9 facing east on taxi Alpha, really point Echo.
Alright, there's Kevin getting ready to push. So everybody is now aboard. So we're going to start up the APU. APU is coming up. And while we wait for the APU, it is a good time to show you our route for today. So let's bring up the chart. There we go. So we're going to be taking off out of Boston now on 04 right. We're going to fly out to the north over the bay, right turn out over the water, down this way, and then we're going to head out across the east coast of Nova Scotia, as you can see, out over the gap, the southern entry point into the Gulf of St. Lawrence, over the southern tip of Newfoundland, and down into St. John, which is located here. We're going to fly past on the south side, basically do a series of left turns around for the ILS. As it stands right now, we'll see if the weather changes out there by the time we get there. All right. And there we go. 100% on the APU. APU bleeds are now on. External power is disconnected. Takeoff data 146, 148 is set. FCU is set. Flight directors are on both sides, and radios are set. Get the door closed. Chocks and ground power removed. And they can pull the jetway.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bin, smaller items underneath the
flight
seat in
plan
front
up.
of you. Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bin.
And we'll call for
If you have
push.
any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to assist you. If the overhead bin is full after you put your carry-on inside of it, please close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers. Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well.
Clear the message
if you are
here.
seated in an emergency exit row, please leave
Hello,
the
Captain.
exiting responsibility
We are ready
to
for
the
push
safety
back.
guard in the seat back in front of
And
you.
then Roger can
Please
go over
make
to
sure
the flight
you are
plan
willing
on
and
his
able
side.
to perform the actions required. If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated. Feel free to use your cell phones during the rest of the boarding process, but we do ask that laptops, tablets, and any other larger electronic devices are
Boston
stowed
area
once you depart
traffic,
from the
Skyways
seat. Thank you,
55,
and welcome
56,
aboard.
gate
Departure
33,
checks completed.
push and start,
Bypass
facing
pin
east.
inserted.
Message clearing there.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen,
get the
and
tug
welcome
coming
aboard
in.
Flight 5556, the service to Canada. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 58 minutes. Now that the cabin door is
We're gonna go
closed,
nose
please
to the
make sure
right,
that all
tail to the
devices are
left.
in airplane mode and your large
Locking
devices
gear.
are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables...
Let's do a quick look outside, make sure everything is clear. Nobody's around us. We're pushing out to this line back over here. Alright, so beacon light is on.
Release parking brakes.
Brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All 6 fuel pumps are now on. We got the clear to start ignition mode to start, starting engine number 2. So we got an aircraft landing on three left.
Go ahead, you're going to make left over minute 4 by 3. We're taxiing by Alpha Zulu Bravo.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the front of the aircraft.
Kevin
for
is
safety
flying the
demonstration.
A310 today. Well, there you go, Lemon Wolf. If you have any questions, you can ask Kevin about the A310. He's flying it.
To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another.
CKT, I take it that's your Bluebird
To release your seatbelt, lift the
livery
upper
there,
portion
Kevin?
of the buckle. In the event that the seatbelt light is not on, we suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened in case of unexpected turbulence.
And there we go, bus is
There are
clicked
several
over.
emergency exits on this aircraft. Please
Start
take a few
valve
moments
closed.
now to locate your nearest exit.
Set parking
In some
brakes.
cases, your nearest exit
Brakes
may be
are
Waiting
set.
for confirmation
If
for a
you need to
good engine
evacuate the
start.
aircraft, Floor level lighting will
APU
guide
bleed
you
has
towards
been
the exit.
released.
In the event that the cabin loses
Starting
pressure, an
engine
oxygen
number
mask
1.
will drop right in front of you. Start the flow of
A little amazed they parked the stairs all the way out there, but okay.
someone who requires assistance. Secure your mask first and then assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises
Just waiting
you
for engine number 1 now.
In the unlikely event of
Oh,
a
yeah,
water
your
damage,
BEA
the life vest is
tours one.
located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Slip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tight. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If it doesn't inflate automatically, you may blow into the mouthpiece for manual inflation. The vest is equipped with a whistle and a light.
There's
If
the
you need
bus.
to, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device. Please make sure to exit the aircraft as
Coming
soon
up,
as
waiting
possible
for
to
the
secure the
available.
Please securely stow all personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are all in their full upright position.
Hear
We
the
remind
bleed
you
air
that this is
kicking
a
in, and
non-smoking
engine
flight,
is available.
and that
So,
includes vaping.
up top we go. Generators 1 and 2 are on no faults. Ignition mode selector to normal. Probe heats are in auto. NTA not required. Packs 1 and 2 are on in normal. Flaps. Flaps 1 is set. We'll go to our flight control page. We want up 0.2, so rolling on the trim. 0.2 up.
Traffic.
Set.
Got 1139 downwind 4 right.
Controls.
Boston.
There's our left and right neutral, our front full back neutral, and left rudder, right rudder neutral. Flight controls checked. APU is bleeds are off. APU off. FCP is managed 3700 or flight level 370 and managed. Engine instruments are checked. Everything is green, and we can let them know we got good start.
We have a good engine start. You can
Officer
disconnect.
traffic, American 2134, we're taxi via Echo to Kilo, Bravo Kilo Mike, runway 9er.
There she is, being lowered down. So we got a few aircraft starting to taxi around now. So Bravo Kilo Mike.
Delta aircraft, I see you. We're going to make a turnaround. We're going to swing back over to Echo 1.
Okay, he's heading down to, he's down on the southern end there. So they're disconnected.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
So we're going to put on
Left
the
is clear.
tiller.
Right is clear.
Taxi light is on. Auto brakes set to max. Speed brakes armed. TO config checked, no blue. We'll wait for our signal. There we go. Thumbs up. And she's going to give us the wave and walk away. Alright, so we are going to taxi out at from the apron to Charlie 13. Boston area traffic, Skyways 5556 taxiing from gate 33 to 04 right via Charlie Bravo, hold short Bravo 04 right.
Ready to go.
Boston. And there's Kevin and his A310 passing in front of us as we're ready to go. So brakes are off. And we'll head out here, pick up Kevin, follow him out. Goodbye, Boston. Again, this is the Fly Tampa Boston. We flew in here on the default generic and it looked meh. So I picked up the Boston and looks nice. Kevin's come to a halt. Why are your wings
Lots of traffic.
red?
Delta 1139 turning final.
Are your wings supposed to be red like that? Or have I got an issue with your model? You'll have to let me know. And you might have to send me another version of it.
Crossing runway 4 left on Kilo for American 2134.
And why did my speed reads? Did I hit that? No, I must have hit that. To redo my config test, thank you. It is right. Oh god, you're in like day glow red. Oh, there's an American going across. I think he's going to 09.
Southwest 3631, 20 miles.
I'm getting that issue with my buttons. I gotta get a new cable.
We are establishing localizer.
There's that aircraft that's landing. There's a FedEx over at the cargo ramp. I do love VATSim when it does work and you see everybody the way they're supposed to be. See him over there. Americans right there. Got whatever that guy was landing out there.
Boston traffic, Peter Fernandez, go ahead, is crossing the runway 4 left approach via Bravo. Boston traffic, American 2134, we're landing up runway 9er. Is that aircraft run for arrival on runway 4 right landed already?
American, no, it looks like he's coming in on about a 2-mile final at this moment.
Okay, we'll hold short runway 9er right for American 2134.
Oh, we got a whole string of aircraft coming in. There's a
Pulse 55, 2 arrivals, here 4 right.
Yeah, it is looking busy. I got 3 lined up coming in. All landing on 4 right, so it looks like the other aircraft is going to hold on 9er. He's probably going to go as soon as this guy lands. But we got a string of them coming in. First one should be Delta. Then we got a Southwest and then another Delta coming in behind them. And there we can see the Delta.
And Boston traffic, Peter Fernandez, go ahead, is clear of the runway 4 left approach. We're going to hold short of runway 4 right at Bravo.
There's 4 left. There's that guy landing, the other guy's holding short. Looks like V-Pilot's a little bit wacky there, but it's inputs.
Looks like the aircraft that just landed. We got landing gears, perhaps?
Yeah, I saw that too. Alright, so we're just going to pull up here at the ILS line, wait behind the big A310. We got 2 more inbound. Parking brakes are on.
And Boston traffic, Delta 1139, 48 vacated, Boston.
Alright, so we'll take a look at our respeeds, 146, 148.
Boston traffic, American
FCP is set nav data.
runway 9, Fox 6 departure.
Radar, our radios are set. We can come over here. Transponder is on. TCAS is on.
Traffic.
Weather
Southwest,
radar is on.
3231, 5-mile final, 04 right, Boston traffic.
And runway is identified. It's just clocks and lights now. Everything's looking good.
Boston traffic, Delta 1401, 10 mile final, full right, Boston.
So I assume Kevin's going to wait as well. We'll go after these guys come in. There's the first one. And there's the second one coming in. So this guy's going to cross over the runway.
Boston traffic, Southwest 1331, clear, 4 right.
And traffic beach pronouncing heavy. We're going to need 2 minutes to fuel up our engines, so we're going to wait for the inbound traffic land. So Delta inbound, air traffic land. Bus traffic clear of runway 09er, from 3000.
That's the American is
Boston
off.
traffic, Delta 1401, short final, 4 right, Boston.
Here comes 1401. It's another Delta. This guy's taking his time getting across. Should be hustling a bit more. Well, he's across. Here's downtown Boston, at the airport, and we got our guy landing here.
Boston traffic behind, London traffic behind, lining up and waiting in red 4 right.
There's Delta landing. Alright, so he's about ready to pull forward. We'll pull up to that line there. I can see his strobes are on now. There he goes. Release the brakes.
Boston traffic, Delta 1401, clear 4 right, Boston.
Ding the back. Alright, there's nobody else inbound. So we're good there. And once Kevin goes, we'll start the chrono. We'll give him 2.5 minutes.
About 50 we are rolling from 4 right on the Celtic 6 departure. Celtic transition for Boston traffic.
It's pretty broken up there.
Boston Charter, Southwestern 231 taxiing, Mike, crossing 15 left, 15 right, Quebec Alpha.
And there he goes. Start the chrono. Boston traffic, Skyways 5556 lining up 04 right at Bravo and holding for separation. Boston. Alright, moving forward. Lights are on. Strobes are on. Taxi, we'll turn the turn-off lights and wing lights are on. Everything else is set and ready to go. And there goes Kevin in the A310. Glide path is clear.
Boston traffic, Peter, trying to go ahead, is through 1400 on the Celtic 6 Boston.
There we go. Lined up. Just waiting for that 2 minutes. There's Kevin climbing out on the departure. Got another minute to go as we get that separation. So no speed restrictions other than the standard 10,000 foot one. 250 knots all the way to Biro. Claw. Alright, we have no speed restrictions actually for us. We are good there. So there's our 2 minutes 30 seconds. So we'll reset the chrono. Clock is ticking. Brakes are set. Engines to 40%. Boston traffic, Skyways 5556 departing, runway 04 right, Celtic 6 departure. Brakes released. Takeoff power set, Manflex 65 degrees, SRS, runway enabled, auto throttle, blue. Knots. V1 rotate. Positive rate, gear up, speed brakes disarmed. .700 feet, autopilot on. There's the flats of Massachusetts. Now I believe that is Bedford Airport, and that's the airport I actually flew into when I was flying, came into Boston. So, just outside to the west there. Alright, that's us through S-speed, flaps coming up, and we're at acceleration altitude, thrust climb. Turn off lights are off, nose lights are off, wing lights are off. It's 3,000 feet. Boston traffic skyways 5556 is 3 miles from waypoint Herbie on the Celtic 6 departure 4,000 feet, last transmission for the Boston area. Alright, we are climbing up, everything is looking good.
Boston traffic is ready, it's overhead Tony at 13,100 foot. Acceleration climb speed of 320 now, final call Boston.
So that's about 12, 13 miles ahead of us. Oh, we got a little disconnect there. Let's go fix that. We will delete that out of there. There we go. Alright, we are climbing up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet. You may now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated and do not congregate in the galley or
Alright,
near the
that's us through
lavatory.
10,000 feet. So, oh no, that one. These lights can come off. Turn off the seatbelt signs as well as we work our way up. Kevin, what's your cruise altitude?
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move about the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
Alright, we're climbing up.
Traffic area 371 departing runway
370? Oh, same as me. Okay. And I'm going to 0.78. Not sure what you'll be doing. I'm going to step away for 30 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, I know, long 30 seconds. 0.79, you think you have a slower climb? Could be. We'll keep an eye on you. You're not showing on my TCAS, so you're not a concern at the moment. Everything is looking good. Still no ATC up. Again, that could change. We do have a longish flight, 2 hours. Alright, we're through transition over to standard pressure. So just taking a quick look ahead at what we have coming up in St. John. We're looking at winds of 260, 13 gusting 18, so it's a little bit breezy. A few layers of clouds as we come in, but nothing too close to the ground. A little bit of higher pressure out there at 30-20. And yeah, no major issues. Well, if you see me get within 12 miles of you, then yeah, panic. But we'll keep an eye out. So we're coming up on 21,000 feet. Everything is looking good. The crew in the back is getting everything ready for service. And we got clear skies. I think we're going to be the only two out over this part of the ocean. If we take a quick look on the board up in St. John, we have one outbound and just the two of us inbound. So St. John is a little quiet today, which is good. We may get Moncton Center come online. We'll have to see. But other than that, we're making our turn for the first of our longer reaches out over the Atlantic Ocean here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a position up on the left side of the aircraft. At least that way you'll see Nova Scotia when we go by. And we'll get the entertainment up. So again, just as a admin point, next stream will be our continuing world tour on Saturday. I'm away for the rest of this week, coming back Friday night. So we'll be streaming again on the Saturday, and hope we'll see you there as we leave Greenland and head to Iceland for that one. And then we'll be doing a stream of some sort on Sunday. Do not know if we are supporting the F1 series that day, but it will be a long haul flight of some sort. And we'll see how that works out. Again, that will be multiplayer on the Sunday. Alright, we will be back on voice for the briefing for our arrival. I will be on, or in the chat. And we will see you then.
that all it has been since I inherited the world? Only 3 years. Seems like 100 million. Day there are more of them. They live off the weak ones and leave them for the pit. KW calling. Come in. KOKW calling. I'm on international frequency. Come in. Settle for coffee and orange juice this morning. But first, there's my life to consider. I'd better replace that garlic. stop off and get him. I can't afford the luxury of anger. Anger can make me vulnerable. It can destroy my reason, and reason's the only advantage I have over them. I've got to find where they hide during the day. Uncover every one of them. Where did I finish off yesterday? Madison Street, 31st Avenue. 11 kills. Over 3 years. And there's more than half the city I haven't searched. They're perfect. Just wide enough to keep the flesh apart so their body seal can function. And how many more of these will I have to make before they're all destroyed? They want my blood. Their lives are mine. I still get squeamish. Wait. That garlic. I better put it back where it belongs. I can't live a heartbeat away from hell. Forget it. I'm out of gas. That means one more stop I'll have to make. I can get rid of them later. Right now, I'm out of gas. they can wait too. I've got my life to worry about. Those mirrors have to be replaced before dark. How long will I have to keep up this search? Time left. It'll be dark in an hour.
Starting our in-flight service. We'll be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look in your seat back for a list of complimentary and premium drinks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. If you wish to make an additional purchase, only accept credit cards.
The sun will rise. Drive them back to darkness. Another day to start all over again. Highly theoretical, then.
Theoretical? Do I have to remind you that theory is a beginning of solution?
Is Europe's disease carried on the wind? Is it men?
Could be.
And if it is?
It isn't, Verge.
Is that what you really think, or just what you'd like to think?
I cannot accept half-baked theories that sell newspapers. I'm a scientist, not an alarmist.
You're whistling past the graveyard.
Is that a commentary on my work at the lab?
We both know how hard you've worked.
I'm sorry, man. I just can't accept the idea of universal disease.
All right, Kathy. Who can resist that face? All right. Card tricks. Card tricks.
Robert, is it possible this germ or virus could be airborne?
Anything is possible, Verge. The best brains in the world have been running through this thing with a fine-tooth comb. The germ is visible under a microscope, but it's not like any bacilli I ever known.
In what way?
It can't be destroyed by any process we've been able to uncover.
But with the whole world trying, there must be a solution.
Hey, Mommy! When are you gonna cut the cake?
Right now, our problem is to cut that cake.
Hey, Mommy! Hey, Mommy!
Coming! Coming!
don't get up, honey.
I'm not sick, Pop. I'll make
You don't have to.
I'll be all right. Go out and read your paper.
All right. Oh, sweetheart, look, if you don't feel well, please go back to bed.
I'm just a little tired, that's all. I wish somebody would find a vaccine.
It's all we're working on at the lab, Verge. Maybe you better not send her to school today.
All right. You think you should go to work?
I have to.
I'm so frightened.
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
Well,
The bacilli are multiplying.
that kicks the bone marrow theory in the head.
This specimen shows a higher white count than when I put it on the slide. Those cells are still living, Dr. Mercer, off one another.
That has to be an answer. You heard that all communications are ended outside the continental limits?
Yes, I heard.
That leaves it in our labs. So we keep trying. Where's Quadrant?
Well, he should be here by now.
You two stay on this virus theory until I decide it's exhausted.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Boy,
All right, sir. And what did the great man of science have to say today? More of the usual.
Oh, he's trying, Ben, just like the rest of us.
And nothing works. The streets are swarming with truckloads of bodies that they're throwing into that god-awful pit. And the dedicated Dr. Mercer goes on with his plodding, unimaginative approach.
You have a better idea?
Maybe. At least it involves imagination.
Ben, it's as simple as this. An unknown germ is being blown around the world. It's highly contagious and it's reached plague proportions.
And you don't believe some of the dead have come back?
But let's get to work.
And why are they burning the bodies? Why don't they bury them?
Because it's the best known way to control the contagion, to keep the germ from spreading.
That's what we've always believed at any rate.
You prefer us to believe in vampires?
If they exist, yes. There are stories being told, Bob.
By people who are out of their minds with fear.
Maybe. But there are too many to be just coincidental. Stories about people who died and have come back.
They're stories, Ben, stories.
And why are the infected people always so tired in the daytime? Why can't they stand the sunlight? Why are they only seen at night?
Come here. Look.
I know his face.
Now, is this bacilli or isn't it?
It doesn't alter.
And this bacilli is found in the blood of every infected person, or isn't it?
To show me germs is not to refute these stories, Bob. Point is, if there are vampires, they exist in spite of these germs.
Come on, let's get to work.
And until further notice, this station will continue its around-the-clock coverage of this national disaster. And now, we switch you to the state capitol, where His Excellency, the Governor, is speaking. speaking from the Executive Mansion.
Further, I have, in conjunction with the federal government, declared this state to be a disaster area. Public health is dependent on bodies of the deceased being burned. You must notify the health department immediately. You have a plague victim in your home. Under no circumstances should you gather public. In view of the dire emergency that exists, I intend to.
Anything new?
No, nothing new.
I'm going to call the doctor.
I said no. Urge, there's nothing they can do.
Can't just let her lie there.
Well, this way she has a chance. If you call a doctor, he'll report it. You want that?
How can you be so sure she...
Blindness is one of the symptoms. You're not to call a doctor under any circumstances. No one is to come into this house. Now remember that. I've got a pigpen Cortland up on the way to me. There. No one is to come into this house. Now remember that.
Nothing, and I'm going to keep it that way.
Ben, look, let's talk about this.
There's nothing to talk about. You think I'm out of my mind. You laughed at me and my theory. You might be one of them.
Ben, look, you're ill. You ought to see a doctor.
No doctors. You take care of your life, I'll take care of mine. Now get away from here. You understand? Get away from here!
they all gone?
That's right.
Is there any hope from the latest reports?
But believe me, Warren, we'll find an answer.
When, Doctor? We need it right now. I need it.
You're the only one who wasn't afraid to come here today.
What's going to happen, Dr. Mercer? Is everybody in the world going to die before someone finds the answer?
No, I don't think so. I don't deny there's some strange evolutionary process going on, but mankind won't be destroyed. The fact that you and I are working here today is evidence of that.
All right, let's roll.
When? When?
I called the doctor. I had to.
I told you not to call anyone.
She was blind. She couldn't see. She kept reaching out her hands, groping for me. Then, all of a sudden, she was gone. They came and tried to stop them. They took her.
I saw a truck out there. Was that it? Was it?
I'm sorry, lady. There's nothing I can do. Let that truck through. Get out of the way. Get back, folks. Nobody's allowed out there. Please, all of you, get behind those lines. Look sharp there. Move. Move along. Make way for that truck. Make way. Hey, you, mister! Come back! Come back!
Did this truck just come in from Market Street? I said, did this truck just come in from Market Street?
Mister, I don't know. Hey, you don't belong in here. Get out. I said get out.
I want my daughter.
Mister, a lot of daughters are in there, including my own.
Morgan. You here? Morgan. Morgan. You here, Morgan? Morgan. You here, Morgan?
If Cortman thinks he can get to me by destroying my car, his wits are getting dull. This convertible would be nice. Probably Henry's. But I can't think of comfort. There was a time when I shopped for a car. Now I'm looking for a hearse. The station wagon left. It's alive. Wait! Don't run away! Come back here! Don't run away! Come back! Come back here! Wherever he is, I've got to find him. If I have to search every street, every house, every alley, every inch of this town, I've got to find him. Come back! Hey, boy, where are you? Where are you, pal? Come here. Where are they hiding? Where did they come from? Why haven't I seen them? This is Robert Moore. If somebody can hear me, answer me. For God's sake, answer me. This is KOK KOKW calling. KOKW calling. Answer me. Everything's gonna be all right. Nobody's gonna hurt you. Everything's gonna be all right. All right. You're gonna get better. We're gonna have lots of happy times together. You'll see, everything's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna hurt you, can't you understand? Wait! Wait! I'm not going to hurt you! Wait! 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 I couldn't be out here in the daylight if I was one of them. You know that they can't come out until sundown. Do you want to come with me or do you want to face them?
please. You're making me sick.
Why do you turn away? Why do you turn away? You are infected.
No.
Infected systems are allergic to garlic.
You think I'm one of them?
You will be.
You've made up your mind just because
You can't change the facts by talking.
Facts? What facts? That I got sick? I've had a sensitive stomach all my life. I saw my husband killed, torn to pieces right in front of our house. I've been wandering ever since. Hiding at night, not eating more than scraps. Sick with mourning, sick with fear, unable to sleep. And you shouted me. You chased me across a field, hit me, dragged me to this house. And to top it all, when I get sick because you shove a piece of reeking garlic in my face, you tell me I'm infected.
Where are
Let
you
me
going?
go.
You can't go out there. It's almost sunset.
Let me go,
You
I
can't
said.
go out there now. In a few minutes, the streets will be full
Let
of.
me go.
At
I don't
least let me give you a blood test.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
You must be hungry. I'll fix you something. You know you should eat.
I can't. You seem used to them.
Oh, as much as anybody could be. I'm not frightened of them anymore, if that's what you mean. Oh, I protect myself against them, but only because there's so many. Individually, they're weak, mentally incompetent, like animals after a long famine. If they weren't, they surely would have found a way of breaking in here a long time ago.
Come on.
Hear that? That's Ben Gordon. He was my friend. He was like a kid brother. If I could find him and destroy him.
But you said he was your friend.
When I find him, I'll drive a stake through him just like all humans.
But you lived through all this. Do you know why?
Perhaps I was chosen. Did something. Or perhaps it's because a long time ago when I worked in Panama, I was bitten in my sleep by a bat. My theory is that the bat had previously acquired the vampire germ. By the time it entered my blood, it had been strained and weakened by the bat system. As a result, I have immunity. But it's only a guess, but it's all I have to know.
You don't think that I'm immune, do you?
It's a simple matter to find out whether you are or not.
What will you do if I am infected? Cure me? You don't have to answer. I know as well as you do. It's incurable.
There might be a way. If not of killing the germ, at least of containing it, keeping it from spreading. If I had the equipment, the time.
But you don't.
found a solution.
That's right. Exactly as you said it could be. I take that for it.
What is it?
Defibrinated blood plus vaccine. The blood feeds the germ. Vaccine keeps it isolated. It prevents it from multiplying. We've had it for some time now.
We?
There are quite a number of us.
And I thought you were alone. I was going to cure you. Does that amuse you? Now, I want the truth. I want all of it. Why are you here?
To find out if you know any more than we do. No far less. We're alive. Infected, yes, but alive. Nobody organized society. Do away with all those wretched creatures who are neither alive nor dead. Start everything all over again.
Would you want me to join?
You can't join us. You're a monster, Tilly. Why do you think I ran when I saw you? Even though I was assigned to spy on you. Because I was so terrified of what I'd heard about you. You're a legend in the city. Living by day instead of night. Leaving as evidence of your existence bloodless corpses. Many of the people you destroyed were still alive. But my group.
I didn't know.
Get out of here.
What do you mean?
Do it tonight. That's why I'm sent here. To prevent you from resisting them. As opposed to keep you here. Until they come.
To kill.
Yes.
Your new society sounds charming.
The beginning of any society is never charming or gentle.
And you pretended to be shocked at my birth. Well, what are you waiting for? Why don't you go on and use it? Get it over with. Use it. Get it over with.
What are you going to do?
Look. You see? The antibodies in my blood work. My blood has saved you. Do you know what this means? You and I can save all the others. We won't be alone. We'll never be alone again.
Sure.
Wait. Don't be afraid. Where are you
I
going?
have to get out of here. Tell them you're not a
You
threat
can't
to us.
go out there.
You can
You
save all
wouldn't
of
get
us.
10 feet.
When they come here, there won't be time for questions and answers. They'll come to kill. For God's sake, Robert, let me go. Oh, Robert, please.
Ruth, look, tomorrow.
Please. Robert.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow will be all right.
Robert, no. Robert,
Yes, Ruth,
if this doesn't last.
but it will. I've already checked it under the microscope. Wait, I'll show you. I'll prove it to you. I'll check it again. Ruth, just take a look at this. This'll prove it to you. Ruth, there's no change. I've double checked.
Robert!
Ruth. Ruth!
Robert!
Ruth. Get away from her. Are you all right?
Run, Robert! Robert, run! Robert, run! It's time to kill you, Robert. Run! Run!
Up there!
There he is.
Wait! You don't understand! Wait!
Get him! Get him!
Wait!
Surround the block! Move! Move! This way! Hey, over here! This way! Got her outside!
Stand back.
There he is, near the church. Over there.
All of you freaks! Mutation! Hold it! You're freaks! I'm a man. The last man.
Robert.
They were afraid. They were afraid.
I didn't know.
To assist with customs at our destination, flight attendants will begin handing out forms momentarily. Please review and complete these forms and keep them with you for presentation upon arrival.
Don't cry. There's nothing to cry about. We're all safe now. All safe.
Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the flight deck. We've begun our descent from flight level 370 down to 5,000 feet, which is our hard deck as we come in on the arrival into St. John. As you can see, we're descending. We're going to speed up. We're going to peg our descent speed for 270. That's to maintain spacing with Kevin, who's ahead of us, and ensure we don't run into him at the far end. No, David, never worked there. Don't know anybody that does. Alright, so there's 270 knots, so we're going to come over here and we're going to pin 270 as our speed. That's going to require some speed brake. There we go. And we will hold for as long as we can. But we're coming in current weather. I put it into the chat a little while ago, but if we take a look at it, not sure if there'll be an update yet. No. Winds are 280 at 11. We have a lot of cloud cover, multiple layers, scattered at 2,400, scattered at 8,000, broken 21,000, broken 24,000. Currently 23 degrees. 3021 is the barrow. But it's not too bad. For the approach, we should be below the cloud deck. There is my tracker saying check in, so we're going to do that, tuning in the radio to 1215 to let them know I am here. Come on, there we go. That is done. 1215 is also the ELT monitoring frequency. Clear that message there. Don't need to set manage speed. We are maintaining speed on our own. Yes, and I know my speed brakes are going to get all these dings as we descend. So basically, as we showed, and I'll bring it up again, we're going to be flying south of St. John. There we go. Coming in here to the entry point at Purlieu, or make our first radio call. Going to be flying south here, then we're going to head eastwards, south of the city, out over the water. We'll extend a little bit and come around for the ILS. We do have to leave a little bit of room because if we look at the airport, we're going to be landing, we're going to have to turn around, taxi back, and then taxi down the other runway to come into the terminal area here. So it's going to need a little bit of space there as we come in to allow for that. So we'll extend out slightly, make sure Kevin's got enough room as we do that. So we're 6 miles from Purlieu. Again, we'll make our first call there. A few breaks in the clouds now, and we can see the southeastern part of Newfoundland coming into view here. Very craggly island with lots of bays and stuff. Very overcast day out here. A little bit of a wind as well. So we're going to maintain that 5,000 feet out. Our platform for the ILS is actually 3,000, so we're not going to have that far to descend down. We'll do a little check here. Go into our rad nav. We should have it dialed in out of the database. There's 110.3, which is correct. The India Sierra Oscar and a heading of 283 here. It's actually 285 now, and a 3-degree slope is correct. So there's us at Purlieu. St. John area traffic, Skyways 5556 overhead Purlieu, descending through flight level 224, inbound on the Burin 4 arrival for the ILS runway 29er. Yeah, it does take a while to get it. You can always ask them to text it to you, and they can send it to you in text if you're having trouble with it, and then you'll see the taxi instruction and you can go from there. Some airports do have pretty complicated taxi route. Gatwick can be a little confusing around the terminals.
Go ahead, 8 miles from Lodge 2. Have to flight number 1 to Irving. What is that supposed to be? 10
Alright, so it sounds like Kevin is about 22 miles ahead of us, which is pretty good. So there's us 20,000 feet. We'll turn down the seatbelt signs in the back, get everyone sat down, let the cabin crew get the aircraft ready for arrival.
Please return to your seat as the seatbelt sign is now on.
And we are looking good. Alright, this little box thing around these are, as you can see when I come back, sometimes, yeah, they're flashing. It's very annoying. Nope. I don't do requests like that. Nobody's trained a monkey. Alright. Standard pressure, we can dial over. We're going to go to, from standard pressure, we're going to dial up 3021. Bit of a high pressure system currently here off the Atlantic. We're going to turn on train radar as well, just because there are some hills and stuff that we're going to be dealing with. Lots of water. You can see the bays around that we're going to be flying in on. 16,000 feet. Again, we're heading for 5,000. We do have a limit that we're heading towards. And that is at Gadka. We also have a speed limit of 250. So this is St. John. I'm over here, capital of Newfoundland. And the airport is just up here, so we're going to come in and then cut south across this way. Yes, thank you. And then head out, turn around, and come back in. Kevin's out here. Looks like he's out over the land here now, heading south of the town. So we want to make sure he's got plenty of space to do what he has to do. I would bring the speed brakes in, but we're descending at 2,500 feet per minute, and if I do that, we'll start getting an acceleration in our speed, which we do not want. Hopefully with the new version they've adjusted the drag coefficients on the airframe and she's a little bit less slippery. Depends how far off you are. I mean, you're supposed to be on the center line. I have a hard time doing it. It's easier actually in real airplanes than it is in here. But, oh, there's the airport right there. If you're going to be landing off the runway, that your wheels are going to go into the dirt and everything, yeah, you should go around. But if you're just a little bit off the center line, still on the runway, especially the big runways that are 200 feet wide, you should be fine. Alright, so there's 11.5. We're going to slow down to 260. Engine's back to idle. 11,250 is set. Speed coming back. I'm gonna bring in the speed brakes. At the moment, there's 10,000 feet, so we'll go landing lights. Come on, give me the arrow. Yep, the up one. There we go. Turn off lights can come on. Taxi light we'll leave off. That's fine. Wing lights we'll put on. We'll give the back a ding. Landing systems will come on. Terrain radar is on.
You can knock it up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your
TCAS is set for tilt below. Radios are set. Nav aids are set. Quick check of the airport. I'm gonna quickly put in our destination if we have to do a missed approach, which is the Torbay VOR of 113.5.
Canada. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin.
And we want to be
one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store
we'll be on a course of 138 for the missed. If we do a missed approach, we're going to climb directly ahead at 285 to 11 miles out and then turn towards the CYYT and head direct there and go to the hold. So that's all set there. We're good there. We are below 10,000. We're going to go into approach phase and we're still good on the other side. 5,000 feet coming up. Main town, downtown area here, and the airport is off to our right. Sim Add-ons is providing St. John Airport today. See how it looks. Alright. So that Kevin's about to start making his turns in for the road. I think I just see him there on the TCAS. A little zoom in. There he is right there. He's making his turns as we commence. We're going to slow down to 240 knots. And there's the airport just outside the main part of town. That's where the ferries come in, dock up. So we're going to listen for Kevin. Once we hear that he's on the ground, that's when we're going to make our turn inbound. And we'll do that. That should give him enough time to get stopped, turned around, and head back out. Now back over my left shoulder, way back over this way on the northern tip, that's where the Vikings landed here hundreds of years before Columbus. There's actually a Viking settlement there from I think the 1100s, maybe earlier. So they were here long before Columbus was. There's the boat terminals. David, we're up again on Saturday. I'm going to be out of town for a few days, so there's no streams for the rest of this week. There we are, flying by. Kevin will be out there somewhere. Very nice looking scenery. And everything is good there. So we've got a clean speed of 200 knots, 208 knots, slat speed of 186, and a VAP of 135. Alright, so we are going into VAP mode. We are at 5,000 feet. We're now going to descend down to 3,000 since we've crossed over the land. We'll just open descent it. So with everything in, we can now arm our speed brakes. We got our lights are on. Cabin is notified one last time. Just flaps and gear. So approach course and frequency are checked. Speed brakes are armed. We're going to go to auto brakes low. And at this point, we're going into heading mode. And we're just going to hold this heading. No, I'm out of town. We'll be streaming again on Saturday. Kevin's inbound. I think I heard him say he was established.
Is fully established on the ILS for between 7 miles.
So he's 7 miles out. So he is somewhere just over here, heading inbound. Surprised we're not seeing him. That's all right. We'll keep going out and extend a little bit further out. We're heading down to 3,000 feet. And we're coming up at ONDAP. St. John area traffic skyways 5556 at ONDAP 3,000 feet. Going to extend the downwind out another 5 miles before we begin our approach on the ILS for runway 29. Alright, so we want to get out about another 5 miles. And then we'll make a turn for TSOC. TSOC being our initial approach fix. Or actually our final approach fix. ONDAP was our initial. So we're going to go out to about 17 miles. So there's 15 miles. We're going to go to flaps 1. Slow down to that S speed of 186.
Short final over Metro 9.
TSOX we have a maximum speed of 190 knots. It's fine, we're below that. We'll actually hold until 20 since Kevin's still in the air. It's 2 miles to go, and basically we're just going to do a direct 2. That should give us a left-hand turn. We'll actually spin around to about a 060 and then do the direct 2, and that'll bring us inwards. Alright, 1 mile to go. And then we'll hold at 185 until 10 miles, then we'll go to 160 and we'll hold that until 4. So there's 20 miles, so we're going to kick this over to 060. We're going to pop down here and we're going to go direct to TSOX. And there's our turn. 21.5 miles out. Beautiful weather over the Atlantic here. That evening sun reflecting on the waters.
So if you want to carry on in, I don't know what the plan is.
Sorry, Kevin, didn't quite hear that. Something about keep planning to come in. It was too faint and staticky. St. John area traffic skyways 5556 inbound for the ILS runway 29er 20.5 miles out. There we go. We got a slight wind pushing us from the left. Well, you're welcome. Hope you're enjoying flying on VATSim. Oh, big freeze on the runway. Okay. I have the airport in sight. So localizer is showing. Waiting on the glide slope. We're just going to ride this into TSOC. We should get the glide slope by then. Hopefully Kevin unfreezes and he can get off the runway. Looks like Boston's finally back up, or came up about 30 minutes ago, but we are not there. Alright, so there's the glide slope. So we're just going to armor approach mode. We're on nav and alt hold at the moment. Glide slope and localizer are armed. Flaps when extended, we are at S speed, lights are all on, cabin is notified, auto brakes and ground spoilers are set. Gear and flaps now.
We're back from the freeze. We're backtracking runway 11, backtracking runway backtracking runway 29, backtracking runway 3 for Golf and Alpha 2 stand 9er on the apron.
Stand 9er. Ah, okay. I'll go for stand 7. That's the next jetway.
We are clear of runway 29.
And there's TSOX. St. John area traffic skyways 5556 established on the localizer runway 29 at TSOX 3,000 feet, 10 miles. Ooh, got a little bit of a haze going on there. So as I said, we're going to maintain till 10. We're through 10, so we're going to come down now. We're going to set our speed at 160. And we're going to go flaps 2. And gear down. So, localizer captured, glide slope captured. Heading downhill towards the runway. Gear down 3 green. And we're going to hold 160 until, let's say, 4 miles.
$2,500.
So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to backtrack to 3-4, and then we'll taxi down our 3-4 to Gulf, and then go into the main terminal area. It's 5 miles, 2,000 feet. Where I've got meters showing down there. Turn that off. There's 4 miles. Manage speed. Flaps 3. And speed's down to 150. Flaps full. Gear down. Speed brake. Auto brakes are set. Lights are on. Cabin notified. Landing memo. No blue. We're dealing with a little bit of wind. It should fade a little bit.
$1,000.
Coming in over some hills. We're going to take control.
$500.
Making sure we don't sink. Keep on the glide
above.
slope.
Minimum.
Continue.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Oh, a little bit of a stutter there. Reverser's full. $90 knots, 80 knots, 70 knots, reverser's idle, 60 knots, reverser is disengaged. Manual brakes. And we'll get her turned around here and backtrack.
Ladies and gentlemen,
St. John's
welcome
area
to
traffic,
Canada.
skyways
The local time is
5556, backtracking runway 29er. We'll backtrack runway 34
degrees
to taxiway Gulf and Gulf to the apron for gate 7 at St. John.
The seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight. We thank you for flying with us and we hope to see you again soon.
Number exhaust stand 3 on the charts is 1. What are you using? Scenery? I'll wait until I'm a little bit closer and I see what it says before I select the gate. Alright, let's get down here onto 3-4. Make sure we clear runway 29er. Sim add-on? Okay. Well, I'll go to what I think is 7 and then we'll see what it says. St. John area traffic, Skyways 5556, clear runway 29er, backtracking 3-4 to Gulf. Let's bring up the airport diagram. So we've got a Twin Otter over there. This is, again, KBOS scenery. We've got the Shell, FBOs, and other places over there. A few work places here, fire equipment. Sure, a lot of helicopters and stuff for forestry. Then we got a WestJet here. Ooh, we do have a WestJet here. Should also have something else here as well. Not sure what kind of aircraft he is. There's also Air Canada inbound from Halifax. Pretty cool. Ooh, just not paying attention. There's Gulf coming up. Let's get the speed brakes retracted. We'll get the flaps retracted. We're going to go in here at Gulf. Thank you, David. I try. Taxi light on. Ease off. That can come off. That can come off. Let's get a little bit of power. Turn off the weather radar. Turn off the TCAS. And St. John's area traffic, Skyways 5556 is clear. Runway 34 on Gulf. Taxiing to the apron. See what this numbering is like. Okay, we'll go into number 2. These are A gates, I assume. Yeah, number 2. That worked. Get that light off. Let's get our taxi in view here. We're going to use the safe dock. There's St. John's and the Canadian flag. Very nice. Even though we got safe dock, we got a marshaller out there. That's all right. Remember that you're only there's a limit to your crosswinds on what you can actually take. If it's too much, change runways. And it's always crab into it, and at the last minute you straighten up and use aileron to correct for any sideways motion. Alright, so get the parking brakes on. Get the ground equipment in, and then we can start shutting this aircraft down. So GPU and chocks are now in place. Come up top, ground power is connected. So with that, engine controls can come off. Fuel pumps can come off. Beacon light is off. Seatbelt signs are off. Landing systems and flight directors are off. We can bring it in. Bring the jetway in. There's the jetway. And deboarding
requested.
Can start. All right. Nope. Oh, bring it in. There we go. Too many different things conflicting here, different controls and different setups. So welcome to St. John's, our next flight. We've only got 3 left in this world tour. From here we head across the north of the Atlantic, and then eventually we're going to end up down in where we started, Newcastle, in northeastern England. So hopefully you'll join us for the rest of the flights. We're going to be back on Saturday, continuing our tour of the Atlantic. We've worked our way up the western side. No. There's GSX just kind of freaked out. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's flight. Like I said, we'll be back on Saturday going around the Atlantic, and on Sunday we have a long distance flight lined up. Not sure exactly if it's going to be an F1 support or if it is going to be a passenger flight. Who knows? Who knows indeed. There's the stairs at the back, so it doesn't look as bad as it did. Thanks very much for flying, Kevin, and we hope to see everyone again on the next one. Take care. Enjoy your rest of your week. See you Saturday. Bye for now.